LeBron and the Lakers were able to fend off Steph Curry and the Warriors in the 7-versus-8 play-in game last night. All knotted up at 100 with a minute left. LeBron threw up a deep three to avoid a shot clock violation. And after the game, LeBron said, quote, "After Draymond's finger to the eye, I was literally seeing 3 rims out there. So I just shot at the middle one." Well, it worked. Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard is joining us now. Chris, what a game. On a scale of 1 to 10, how clutch was LeBron's late three-pointer?
Jen, I'm going to say an 8. All right. And the only reason I'm not giving it a 10, there's 2 reasons. One, anytime someone other than Steph Curry or Dame Lillard hits a shot from the letters behind the hash mark, there's an element of luck there. All right. And secondly, LeBron himself said to Steph right after, I couldn't see, he said he was seeing 3 rims. I'm not going to go with the 3 rims. I'm just going to say his vision was blurry. I do believe it was blurry. So for those reasons, I docked him 1 point for each of those reasons, so I went with an 8. Otherwise, this was clutch, period, the end. It was a clutch shot, and there's a few reasons. One, look at his form. His form was pure. He squared his shoulders. We know he's got the strength to shoot from that far, so it wasn't like a heave, like he just threw it up. And he faded, but LeBron fades on a lot of his shots. So that's not unusual. So the form was true. And secondly, we've seen LeBron do this too many times now to doubt it. He does this on a regular basis. LeBron James has 7 career buzzer beaters. I know that wasn't a buzzer beater, but he has 7 career game-winning buzzer beaters, second only to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Joe Johnson. LeBron's got 7, Kobe and Johnson have 8. Michael's got 9. That's it. He's got more than Larry Bird, more than Kareem and Magic combined, more than Kevin Durant, Reggie Miller, Steph Curry. I mean, he's clutch. What more do we need to see? This is what LeBron James does. So we have to give him his props. You saw last night what ESPN posted right after he hit that shot, that in the last 25 years, he's had 99 shots, including last night, 99 go-ahead or game-tying shots within the last minute of the fourth quarter or overtime. Second only to Kobe Bryant, who's got 101. The last 25 years. Look, guys, one of the biggest misnomers and misperceptions in NBA history, not right now, history, in the world of basketball is the perception that LeBron James is not clutch. LeBron James, what more does he have to do? He's got 5 game-winning baskets in the playoffs, more than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant combined. I'm not saying I want him necessarily over Jordan in that moment, but you can't say LeBron's not clutch, though, just because he may not be MJ, and he hits them at a high percentage. So LeBron is getting it done. It's as simple as that. That was a clutch shot. He does that. And I know, having known LeBron his entire career, having talked to him about this, he's got a knack for making big shots. I think, Skip, you're right about this. When he doesn't think about it, and he didn't have time to think last night. I go back to Orlando, 2009. He didn't have time to think. Hits the 3 from deep. You remember that against Dwight Howard and crew in Game 2. Chicago, the corner three-pointer in the playoffs. Didn't have time to think. That's when he's at his best, because he's a cerebral player, so sometimes you think too much, but he was big, and he has a knack for hitting these things, so it was clutch. Clutch.
I gave him a 10, because considering how bad he had played in the first half, and none of his shots was really going from outside. I think he hit a couple of threes last night. Let me see what he was 2 of 4 from three-point line, and seemingly nothing was going to fall. And I should have gave him 11, because the very reason that you said you docked it, he had blurry vision. Now, they recommend that you don't drive a car with blurry vision, right? So let alone, so you playing a basketball game at the highest level, and they expect you to take and make a game winning. See what you just give? Another thing, another narrative. When LeBron James makes a shot in that situation, you say it's a go-ahead basket. Anybody else makes that shot, they say game winner. You know, when Michael Jordan made that shot against Utah, they said game winner. All it did was put him ahead. Right? Right, Skip? So for me, I gave him a 10. 34 feet away. Time running down. Because also, who's on the other side? Skip Bayless, you say Tom Brady gets a lot of credit because who some of these games came against. What's he going up against? Well, the guy that's on the other side, that if he misses that shot...
The guy who was guarding him.
Oh, whoa. Talk about. It's not your turn just yet. It's my turn right now. The guy that he's going against, Chris, is the greatest shooter to ever enter the portal of the NBA. So with that being said, he knows it's do or die. And when I keep telling you, Skip Bayless, my brush, I had this brush a long time. Good brush right there. I'm shoving everything. You take who you want, but when the rubber needs to meet the road, give me Go James. Because I know more times than not, come playoff time, nobody can see him in the playoff buzzer beaters. Nobody. Nobody. Now, see, Chris added all those. But see, Skip Bayless tells me the playoffs is a greater sense. It's a heightened sense. So we got more playoff buzzer beaters than anybody that's ever played in the playoffs. Anyone. I did it again last night, Skip. Now, I don't know how they're going to count this, Chris. I don't know if this is a playoff game, it's a regular season game.
It's none. It's neither.
What?
It doesn't count.
So, wait, we should have just, so why are we doing this then? If it don't count, so why are we doing this, Chris? That's some bull jive.
I think they're going to make it playoffs eventually.
Yeah. No, they need to do it now. But anyway, Skip Bayless, a 10, because the man couldn't see. Chris said he couldn't see out of one eye. So he made a 34-footer with one eye. Try that.
You two have just outdone yourselves as apologists and idolaters, as blind witnesses for the quote-unquote king. I'm in awe of your defense of LeBron James. First to my friend Chris Broussard. Since LeBron entered this league, he has by far the most missed field goal shots and free throws in the last 10 seconds of games than anybody. It's 97. Next on the list was Dwayne Wade at 77. He's still up high on the list, even though he's been gone for, 3 years now.
Yeah.
And since LeBron has entered the league, we haven't talked about just pure free throw shooting. He has missed by far the most free throws in the last 5 seconds of late and close games. He's missed 16 to J.R. Smith's 8. So don't give me clutch. Don't give me more clutch than Jordan, because LeBron has now played 320 more games than Jordan, who still has 2 more walk-offs than LeBron. So don't even start there. Now let's get back to last night. This was a big shot, but it wasn't remotely a clutch shot because there was a minute left in the basketball game. And to your point, thank you for bringing that up, it was a tie score, and it was at the end of the shot clock. And thank you, Chris, for bringing that up, because LeBron is at his worst when he has to make a decision late in a game, especially in the last 10 seconds of a game. What do I do? Do I drive it? I'm the greatest driver of the basketball ever. But am I going to get fouled? Because I'm the worst superstar late-game free throw shooter we have ever seen. He has run from the free throw line many, many times by just pulling up and taking some impossible degree of difficulty three-point shot that if he makes it, it looks great. If he doesn't, nobody's going to dock him for it because it was impossible. Well, he just done it so many times. And the other way he gets out of this on the decision is maybe he drives it and at the last second he thinks, uh-oh, I'm about to get fouled. I'll kick it to Kyle Korver in the corner of Game 3 in 2017 Finals, when Kyle Korver had never played, never had a shot like that and to win a big playoff game in a big moment like that. So last night, it was the perfect storm because he had no decision to make at the end of the clock. He got to just catch and go up and shoot it, and he knew he was logo distance, and he also knew, because he's got the highest IQ in basketball, that Wiggins had switched off him, so he no longer had a 6'8" guy flying at him. He had the tiniest guy on the floor flying at him. Little Steph was flying at him, and he still fell back. He shot a fall-away three from 34 feet, and he said, I'm seeing 3 rims, and it's the all-time look what I found 3. There was no pressure on it. There was no expectation on it. There was no repercussion, no blame, no fault attached to it, because if he missed it, who would care? Even I couldn't say anything about that because it would be an impossible shot to make.
Chris, you see, but I hear most professional athletes, and I hear Tom Brady says, when that moment you're not thinking, you're just reacting. Everybody says, I need to learn the offense so I don't have to think about what I need to do. I can just react. Everybody, even in basketball, they say, I don't want to think. I want to react. Now you want LeBron to think about what he needs to do as opposed to reacting. Chris, one more thing before I turn it over to you. Can you tell me the difference? It was a tie ball game, if I'm not mistaken, 89-89 in Game 7 with 59 seconds left in the ball game when Kyrie made that shot. Can you tell Skip the difference? Other than the Game 7, because there was still 50 plus.
What was the context of that game? What had been happening over the last 5 minutes of that game? Nobody could make a shot.
Hold on. It wasn't like Skip, you do realize the final score in this game.
LeBron had made the last shot.
LeBron had made the last 7 points. He had went on a run by, a little mini run by himself to tie the game up, Chris, but I wasn't going to bring that up. But my thing is that it was a tie ball game. If Kyrie misses that shot, what's the problem, Skip? We still got 50 seconds left in the ball game. So all I'm saying is Steph Curry was on the other side. Kyrie made a big-time shot, one of the biggest shots that you'll see in NBA history. LeBron James last night.
Did Kyrie go create his own shot? Yep, he did.